Hi, and welcome to Diversity in the Community. I am your host, Teresa Harris. Since 2008, let me tell you, I am so excited because I'm here with a young man that I used to see all the time on social media. And every time he would do something, I would say, always proud, never knowing that one day that I was going to meet him in person and that I was going to actually be on one of his programs. And then I met another young lady, or my son met this young lady, would you believe, in a restaurant and said, "You remind me of my mother because of her hair." And I ended up meeting her. And so here I am being on my program today, Mr. Joe Young, the founder and the CEO of Hartford's Got Talent. And this young lady that's sitting next to him, oh my God, Miss Robina McKinley, and she's the executive manager of Hartford's Got Talent. So I would have never thought that I was going to be able to meet them in person, never mind about them being on the show. And not only that, some of the finalists that were in Hartford's Got Talent is here today too. So I'm just beside myself. So I'm excited today. And I want to say to you, Joe and Robina, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm just so excited. So I don't want to talk too much because I know you guys got a lot to say. So you want to say a little something about yourself, Joe?
Well, I mean, first of all, that was such a great introduction, Teresa. I'm not surprised based upon your performance. One of my favorite poets is Rumi. He once said, "What you are seeking is seeking you." And with Hartford Got Talent, we're looking for talented people who are community-minded. So what we're seeking, it was meant to happen, is what I'm saying. And it's just an honor to be here and just proud of all your accomplishments.
Yeah. I wanted to know a little bit, though, about how it started. Could you just tell me a little bit about?
Hartford's Got Talent.
Yeah.
You know, Hartford's Got Talent is one of the many things that we do. Joe Young Entertainment is my company where we do a lot of content creation and movies and films and things like that. And one day, Bob Patricelli, who's a serial businessman in Hartford, who's a good friend of mine, were having breakfast at the Blue Plate. And we were talking about Brother Carl Hodricks and the violence in the city. And he asked me, he said, "Joe, what can we do to stop this violence?" I said, "Well, I don't know if there's one thing, but I know that the arts has saved my life. And if we get people more involved in arts, maybe it'll take away from negative behaviors." And he said, "I always had this idea called Hartford's Got Talent. Are you down to help me with it?" I'm like, but we talked and, you can't tell Bob Petroselli no. And 3 years later, we're in our third season of Hartford's Got Talent. And our slogan is showcasing talent and connecting community. And I think we are living out that mission. And today is
definitely
an example of that.
Thank you so much. And my friend here,
Yes, my
Miss
sister.
Robina, how did you get involved?
First I got involved with Joe. And once you're involved with Joe, you're connected to everything that he's doing.
Okay.
So I'd been working for him for a while. And when he came to me and told me about the conversation he and Bob had and starting up Hartford's Got Talent, I was already ready to go be on board with that. And so that's how I got started with Hartford's Got Talent.
Okay.
Yeah, part of his team,
And again, the talent is phenomenal. And we're going to have some clips on the show later that you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. I was so honored to be, in a part of the finals and all that because I could not believe the talent. And so you're doing such a wonderful thing. And then people are talking about it all over the place. And I'm trying to encourage people to, it doesn't matter your age or whatever, to come out and try because you're doing a wonderful work. You guys are doing such a wonderful work. And I just can't say it enough, So what we're planning on doing today is we're going to have some of our guests to come up and they're going to tell how their experience has been since they've been with Hartford Got Talent. Unless you guys got more stuff that you want to say.
No, I just think that just proud to be providing this platform and again connecting community and showcasing talent, we also, people participate, become part of our artist representation agency. So we book artists all over the place, whether it's a gala or whether it's a special event. So it's more than just say showcase competition.
Right.
And so I'm just really excited. I'm excited to hear what everybody has to say. And kudos to you. It's more than a talent competition because there's a criteria called uniqueness. And Teresa, you were so unique. You brought this amazing social conscious message, and you was tying it into old school. You had so many different things in your presentation, and the judges saw that, and you're here. And this year we got a lot of fun. We have a special. I host Hartford's Got Talent every year, and we got a celebrity coming in this year to host with me this year.
It's a secret?
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Okay. Not going to tell.
Okay.
Not going to tell.
No.
And Teresa, I was thinking about the fact of how we met when you were talking earlier. Joe knows that I don't believe in coincidences. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
No way.
All of our lives were destined to connect at some point in time. And it's funny how you and I connected.
Yes.
And then here, Joe and I were already working together.
Yes.
So it's just a beautiful thing.
It
I
is.
think one of the most exciting things about being a part of Hartford's Got Talent is the unique people that you meet. See, it's that personal connection.
Yes.
And we have an opportunity every year to get to know all the artists. And that's probably is the best part of the job for me, getting to know them and working with them.
You guys have
And it's so
such
much
a
fun.
wonderful team.
Yeah, we do.
We have
a
about,
dedicated team.
with volunteers, about 10 people, 10 people who help make Hartford's Got Talent work.
Wow.
And more come on board.
Because there's social media, there's graphics, there are interns, so it's a lot of folks.
And one more thing I got to say is that you guys made everybody feel like you were a winner, whether you were or not, no matter where you came. That's the thing that I loved about it. You just made everybody just felt good about it.
And they're all winners. Once you
winners.
get on that audition
Exactly.
stage, you're already a winner.
Right.
They are. They're all winners.
So I love God bless you guys.
Yeah.
God bless
And that's
you
what we tell them at the finale. Certain people are going to get up there and get an award, but they're all won. You already won.
Yes.
Whether you get up there and get a trophy or not.
And what's funny is, again, I mentioned a representation program. The people who get booked the most aren't always the people who won or placed.
Yes. Wonderful.
Yep.
It's true.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, as you guys can see, we could sit here and talk all day, but we do want to bring up these wonderful people.
Yeah.
They are all winners, and I was amazed at the talent. So as he's on his way up, we're going to have Dana O'Neill to come up first, and he's going to tell us about how he felt about, how the experience has been and all of this since he's been a part of the event.
Two contrasting monologues. The first is from a play called Nick. Your father was my best friend. We came to New York at the same time. We took acting lessons together. We worked shoulder to shoulder in construction. We were best friends. More than that, we were partners, you see. We moved a little weed among friends. One day, your dad came to me and said, "Hey, Nick, we're not getting anywhere in the construction and acting business." You see, he wanted to graduate to Coke. "Take us where the action is, Nick." Sure the hell did that. You ought to see his client list. It was a who's who of bistro, Broadway, and rock and roll. His clients were my clients. He had the drugs, and I was a limo driver. It was a beautiful thing. But like most beautiful things, it didn't last forever. I need to tell you how this ends, Jesse. We got busted. We got busted big time. My second monologue is from a play called Private Wars by McClure. It's about 3 veterans, Vietnam veterans, and a mental institution. My part, Gately, has shrapnel on the brain. He's conversing with his psychiatrist. I had a girl once. She was a visiting girl. I was working on the radio when I heard someone say, "Hey, Woody!" And there she was. I couldn't remember her name. I offered her a chair. And we talked about the radio. Oh, and we talked about this guy who was a used car salesman. He wanted to marry her. And I said, "Why don't you?" And she says, "I can't." And I said, "Why?" She says, "You know why?" And then I remember her name was Libby. Libby. We talked about the radio some more. We talked about how people look up to me and respect me. She didn't believe all that. And at the end, she wanted me to kiss her. I couldn't remember how. So she kissed me. And at the end, she said something really funny. She said, "Come home. Come home." Ain't that funny? Thank you.
Wow. Did you guys enjoy Dana? Was he great? Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm telling you, the competition is amazing tonight.
Come on up, Dana.
First of all, I'm very honored to be here. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. I am Dana O'Neill, and a little bit about me. I am retired from the military. I was in the Air Force, Coast Guard, Navy. I am a paralegal for the government right now, and I'm very, very close to 75 years old. And I think that's one thing that makes it very special. I learned about Hartford's Got Talent at a restaurant in East Hartford with my wife.
Wow.
I was reading the East Hartford Gazette, and it said Hartford's Got Talent, and I said, "I'm not a singer, I'm not a dancer." Oh, they got spoken words. So I said, "Why not?" So I went home on my computer and I filled out the application, and I got a date. So I went to the Hartford Public Library and had an audition, and I got some good compliments, and lo and behold, I ended up in the semifinals, and I came in number 2 for the professionals. And we're told that we are already winners, and that is so true. Not because of prizes, of trophies. It's all about the people that you meet and all the big doors that are open up to you through this organization called Hartford's Got Talent. If you are talented out there and you want to show your experience, I highly recommend that next year you make your way and have an audition. I have done professional stuff. I consider myself a professional actor because I'm SAG, I'm equity, which means film and stage. I've done TV, I've done professional stage. I also teach, and one thing I really, really like to do, and one of those doors that just opened for me, is to provide the community with a place to go for those who really, really can't afford going to New York and getting an apartment and become a waiter or a waitress, to be able to come to a place in the local area to learn how to do their self-tapes, how to audition, how to know themselves and know the talent and learn about acting. There are major things that people unfortunately don't learn before they go to New York or California. And I think I can embrace that and help them out. So I want to open up another door to another universe so everybody can experience what I'm experiencing here in Hartford's Got Talent.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Good talent.
And he didn't even say his whole resume. We'd be here all day.
Yeah.
I've been in probably 47 stage productions. I do a lot of commercials. I used to teach models and actors how to do TV commercials. That business is closed down now. Now there's no place for us really to go in, even in Connecticut, let alone just the Hartford area, to learn. And I want to open up that door.
Wow.
You want to, the truth is, you want to expand Hartford's Got Talent.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love
That's
it.
what
I
it's
love
about.
it. I love
That's
it.
what it's about, connecting
Yep.
community.
I love it. I love
He
it.
didn't even mention his Yale connection.
I took directing at Yale in a summer course,
Yeah.
but I do have the experience. The training was phenomenal, and I just love helping other people. I'm going to say the word significant, and getting Will Friedle, who was a star of Boy Meets World, his first agent when he was 13. I know he's 50 now, because so is my daughter. They're the same age. So, yeah. So,
How do you feel about the upcoming finale?
oh my goodness. I felt good about it, and then I get ecstatic about it after having the visit at the Bushnell, knowing that you're walking in those hallways where all these phenomenal performers and public figures have been, and it's a little scary sometimes. Think about you're going to be on that stage, but I know that at the moment it's going to be phenomenal, and I just say a prayer and send out my good wishes to the competitors, because I've seen their talent. They're awesome. And you guys are going to be missing something if you don't go. So.
Great,
Yes.
great.
And he's head of marketing for us, too.
Yeah. That's a secret. That's a secret.
Thank you so much, Dana. I
Again,
appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me be on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Next, we're going to have John Pearl.
I know, yes, I know. I overheard some women talking about there's no more good man around. I had to reassure them there is, and I know it one can be found. He's the kind of man that's loving, trusting, caring, understanding, and will always have time for his woman. And any way he can please you, let him learn, let him learn. I just wanna say, yeah, 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 yeah. I know where this good man is. He's the kind of man that opens doors, shares his umbrella, lays his coat across puddles for you. He'll take walks hand in hand, just so they know that you're his woman, he's your man. He'll make you breakfast, make you lunch, have dinner waiting for you, hard day's work. Bubble bath, rose petals leading to linen white sheets. No pressure if you just want to lay in his arms and fall asleep. I just want to say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know where this good man is. We may argue, fuss and fight when things ain't going right, but a little compromise we'll be making up. And when our looks start to fade and our hair is turning gray and our clothes don't fit like they used to, I will always love you and will protect you with my last breath, just to show you chivalry's not dead. No, no, it's not dead. I just want to say, yeah, 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 yeah. I know where this good man is. I just want to say, yeah, 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 yeah. I know good man is. I just wanna say, yeah. I make you breakfast, bring you lunch, yeah. Pull your chair out for you. That's what a man does. Where this good man is. I just wanna say, yeah, 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 yeah. I know where this good man is.
John, you a good man. Did you guys enjoy John? You made the competition rough, John. How you feel, bro?
I feel good.
Good. What you got, CDs, man?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you, John. And we're going to go to the judges next. Wow.
Oh,
Okay, all right, John.
Mr. Smooth.
Smooth.
Oh,
SMOOVE. Smooth.
Hey, I got the tape of it. Yeah.
I got it.
My name is John Pearl, and I'm semi-retired. I'm just excited about the whole thing. It's something new to me. It's been new to me. This is how crazy it is. Joe worked at Jamoke where I worked at.
That's right.
Never knowing, we had a connection. Always speaking to me and everything, and I seen his work, and it's just crazy that I'm sitting across from him right now, and being a part of Hartford Has Talent. It's been exciting for me from the very start. I couldn't imagine being in this situation. I really couldn't. It's just a good feeling. I've been singing for all my life. Never thinking about doing this. I have family members that sing, mother, father, cousins, gospel, R&B, whatever. And been writing for a little while. And last year I produced my own CD, which was amazing. I had Oris Jenkins working with me, Bill Ahern, his studio, Tapeworks. I've also worked with Kenny Hamber, who is amazing. They call him the voice. Yep. I met my wife through his band because she was singing in the background.
Wow.
And when I heard him, he sounded like the Dells, so I was hooked. And he helped me out a lot. Alvin Carter, who was a big influence in in what I'm doing. There's just so many people I've been in contact with this. It's amazing. When we went to the Bushnell and I got to see the auditorium and everything, I was like, this is crazy.
That tour.
Yeah, this is crazy. To be a part of that whole thing I'll never forget it, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. And the reason why I'm a part of it is because Alvin Carter said, listen, you got to come down there and do this, that. I was like, okay, Al. I was like, okay, I'll be there. And when I walked in there, I seen.
Aren't you glad you listened?
Oh, yeah. I see, it was like, wow. And to get up there and audition, it was a good experience. And I'm looking forward to doing more.
What about that song, man? A little bit about that
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Got you to win, man.
Oh, yeah.
The one you called me in for.
Yeah. So Mr. Peter probably was hearing that.
I grew up around women. I had men in my family, but the women. And the struggles that they went through, and to see it, so the song just came automatic. I know a good man. Because there are good men out there for good women that want a good man. And I'm old school. I'll pull your chair out. I'll take your coat off for you. I'll open the door. I'll do everything that was in the song. And it just, I'm getting chills now just talking about it.
Yes, sir.
And just to have a crowd of people listen to it and like it, and then to be able to sell CDs of something you've done, what's better than that? I'm just looking just looking forward to doing better.
Your
And-
wife loves that song, doesn't
Yeah, it's and it was, you know, it's like I said, it's mainly about what we did when, well, you know, it's the little things.
Yeah.
You don't have to have rings and cars and all. It's the little things that
Yes.
they really see. And I'm learning. I've learned it, and I'm still learning. It's just something you go through.
Yeah.
And,
See, now they're going to have to definitely come and hear the song. If they're going to sing.
If we're lucky, Hallmark will sponsor us because of that song.
yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, I can see that at home.
I mean,
Christmas special.
it's if men really understand it, they'll know what I'm talking about. The woman already knows.
Yeah.
You know, once she hears it, it's like, yeah, this is what I want. And
Well, like you said, a good man.
a
right?
good man. I mean, we all have our things, but if he's a good man, he's a good man.
He's a good man.
And that's basically what I was saying.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. It's a pleasure to have you here on this floor
Listen,
with me.
I'm excited about being here and thanking you for having me here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I love it.
And,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing to see some of the people here and was able to watch them do their thing.
Yeah.
And spoken word, that just, I was like, wow. You know,
Such talent.
such talent. Hartford has talent.
Hartford has
June 14th,
That's right.
Bushnell Theater.
Yep,
Hartford
always have.
got
yeah.
talent.
14th.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you, sir. Next, we're going to have
Okay,
Grace
thank you.
Elizabeth Percival. Am I saying that correctly?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Sing
Gracie. How old are you, Gracie? How old are you?
I'm 17.
Thank you, Gracie. You know, I believe Hartford's Got Talent's going to produce another big star in Connecticut.
This young lady just blew my mind.
Oh, but that
She's
song.
young too,
yeah,
man. She's
yeah,
still
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Just love it. So go ahead and tell us about your experience with this whole thing.
Alrighty. Well, hello. My name is Gracie Percival. I'm 17. I'm a singer. I think you might have heard that. But I'm from Sellington, so I'm right outside of Hartford. So I'm not too far. So I get to spend a lot of time in Hartford, which is pretty nice. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually a twin, which is like one of my fun facts. Yes, I'm a twin, and I'm one of 4 kids. No, fraternal. I have a brother. I have 2 brothers and a sister. And both of my parents are teachers, which is very fun and great to grow up surrounded by a lot of education. But I grew up doing a lot of musicals with them, which is where I got a lot of my musical experience in my school shows, in my community shows. And then once I got to high school, I started singing a lot more pop music, and I can definitely thank the dance parties I had in my room for that. That definitely helped a lot. But I got to high school, and then I started taking music much more seriously, especially during COVID. I picked up guitar and piano, self-taught, which is really fun. It's been really hard, but it's been a good challenge. Thank you. And then I'm also in the school's jazz band. I sing. I'm a solo vocalist in the band, and then I play piano as well.
Wow.
But it's been a long journey, but it's been awesome. And I heard of Hartford's Got Talent because one of my good friends, Sebastian, he was in the program last year.
He won last year.
He did. He got second place. And he encouraged me to audition, and I'm really grateful I did because it has opened so many doors. I've met so many people too. And I'm so excited to sing on the Bushnell stage. I mean, I've grown up going to all the shows at the Bushnell since I was little. Like every year would go see one of the Broadway shows and then getting to perform on the stage. Like if I could tell little Gracie that she would be performing on the Bushnell stage, I think she would be super excited. So.
But Gracie, I did, stranger to the Bushnell. I'm an ambassador on the Bushnell board, and I saw you perform that. What's this Instant Darling all about?
Yes,
Bushnell?
Right.
So I'm a part of the Ensign Darling Vocal Fellowship. It's a program at the Bushnell. It's an educational masterclass program where each month we get to work with professionals and people at the Bushnell, and we get to learn different things each class, whether it's audition etiquette, your best performance skills, acting. But it's an incredible program. And right now, it's run by David Katz. He's incredible. He's a Hart graduate, which is awesome. But we go each month. I'm going to be at the Bushnell on Sunday, so I'm so excited. But we don't get to perform on the stage in Ensign Darling, but Hartford's Got Talent we do. So, woo! I'm really excited.
How do you get chosen for Instant Darling?
Ensign Darling. So my mom got an email from the Bushnell because we go see all the shows. She gets all the emails, and it was like, apply for this program. It's a masterclass program, and so my mom sent it to me, and I was like, you know what? I'll audition. So last year I auditioned. I had to do virtual, and then I got a call back, and I got in. And it's such a good program. I've met so many people, and people who I'm very much close with today. Sebastian, one of my really good friends. So yeah, he's incredible. But I'm really grateful that he told me about this so I could audition. So everything, I always tell people, especially in Connecticut, the music scene is always connected here. Like if you know somebody and you met somebody, everyone knows each other.
No coincidence. She got the referral and heard about it, but she brought it. She's courageous too. She had the nerve,
That
Teresa,
song.
to come with Michael Jackson's "Who's Loving You." What's that all about?
I couldn't tell you what it's all about, but that was definitely, it was a bold choice. But
In your audition,
But that's what did it.
Amazing.
yeah, thank you so much.
Was
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Why'd you choose Michael Jackson's "Who's Loving You"?
So I grew up I grew up listening to a lot of 70s music.
Yeah.
My mom loves Michael Jackson, always her favorite artist. And I was new to the Jackson 5, and I heard Who's Loving You a few years ago, and I fell in love with the song. It's such a good song, and there's a bunch of different covers of it too. But I think, especially Little MJ, he is a star, and it's a great song. So
What I
You have
liked
an old
about
soul.
it, she made it her own. She looks in and she brings a
Yeah.
certain
was
something to
awesome.
a certain hit
Thank
to
you.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for a lot of artists, you really have to bring your independence and your style to it, because I think without it, you would lose a lot of authenticity. Thank you. So I'm really excited for the next round, and I'm hoping to bring something even better. Maybe an original song, we'll see, but maybe a mashup. But June 14th.
Okay, that's right.
There you go. Yeah.
June 14th.
Woo.
Okay.
All righty.
Alrighty.
Who do we have next? Mr. Jerry.
Thank
Williams.
you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you so much.
Siri.
Give ear to King David.
Praise to the God of Abraham. God is restoring our nation, and He's changing our hearts. He chose us to be His people, but He called us to be holy and to follow His plan. But in the days of the judges, we fell into grievous sin and have suffered because of our stubborn and hard hearts. And the temple was desecrated from the top to the bottom. The Lord's presence and glory departed. When the Ark of God's covenant was removed from the temple in Shiloh and captured by our enemies, as great defeat and bloodshed came upon us. Well, 70 years have passed, and the Philistines have been pushed out of the land. And I am here as your king. It is my passion as your king to lead the church back to a right relationship with God. Return to the Lord, therefore, with all your heart. Rid yourselves of foreign gods. Commit and serve Him only. God's covenant with us does not change, and neither does His law. Today, yes, today, the ark and God's glory will return to its rightful place. We will bring it through the streets of Jerusalem and up to the tabernacle of worship. And along the way, we will sacrifice to atone for our sins and celebrate His redemption. His presence will dwell with us in Zion once again. But today, yes, today, we repent as a nation. Then we will celebrate. Then we will dance and we will sing. For He is our Savior, the Lord of all. He is our King, the King of Kings. God bless you.
All right. Jerry, amazing. Wow.
All right. I thought I would. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
How's everybody? Good to be next to somebody from South Kakalaki right here. Down home folk. I thought I was doing something at 62, but when Dana hit the floor, said, I'm 75 years old. I said, I ain't got nothing on 75. So from 17 to 75 years old, Hartford's Got Talent. Letting you know that age is not a thing.
That's right.
It's not a thing.
Two 9-year-olds won first place
right.
in the inaugural season.
2 9-year-olds. So
Not about age.
and how I got my start, okay, it's showcasing talent, connecting community. That word community, I am the community news director for WIHS Radio. And so how I got my start, I cover it. Their first year, I'm like, wow, Hartford's Got Talent, got to go cover it, do interviews, help promote it. And I decided to audition as well, double dip, if you will. I didn't get called for make the cut first year for the semifinals, but the second year, I'm doing my thing. I'm covering it, doing interviews, promoting it, and I auditioned again, and I made the cut. I made it to the semifinals in comedy, but I didn't advance to the finals. We are in the third year. I'm doing my thing. I'm covering it, doing interviews, and now I'm in the finals. And so that's been my progression. And HGT, Hartford's Got Talent, it's my Juilliard, if you will. I've said that because I would have loved to been able to attend Juilliard, that performing arts, school, but I didn't. I'm 62 years old. That ship has sailed, but I have Hartford's Got Talent and landed right in my lap because I live in Hartford, and I'm covering it. And the performing arts is my wheelhouse. I'm all over the place. I sing, I act, voiceovers, interviews, and that sort of stand-up comedy. And I'm all over the place doing stand-up. And so this year I'm doing a dramatic presentation, and I love what Hartford's Got Talent has to offer, and that whole slogan, the slogan, showcasing talent and connecting community.
Yes.
So I just thank God for Hartford's Got Talent and Joe's vision and Robina's support.
Yes.
God bless you. Keep doing what you're doing because Hartford's Got Talent.
Now, Jerry, there's some stuff in your DNA.
Uh-oh.
Your dad was a great singer.
My dad, well, he was a singer. He cut a record in '71, and Maurice Williams, and he didn't go far, because he had some issues, but he was multi-talented. He, multi-sport athlete and a singer, and he transitioned in his early 50s, and here I am in my 60s. And so my dad is kind of, one of my motivators, just thinking about how he didn't make the cut, but I'm going on. Mm-hmm. So by way of my God-given talents, and so I'm thankful for this opportunity. Even if I wasn't involved, I'd still be help promoting it through interviews. And even if I needed to empty the garbage can, I'd do that. Jerry, we need that garbage can emptied. Where are the bags, Joe? I got you. Because I believe in what's going on here, and I think we're fortunate and blessed to have Hartford's Got Talent right here in our community, and the finals to be at the acclaimed Bushnell.
Yes. You were destined to meet.
Jerry, what about your presentation? You come in with something unique.
I'm doing last year I did my comedy, and I said, what about this year? I said, okay, I'll do this monologue. It's a monologue, and it's going back in time, King David. It's a King David monologue, and that's all I'll say. It's pretty serious, and it's dramatic, and you just have to come out and see it. Come out and see Dana. Come out and see Grace. Come out and see my man over here, and at the Bushnell, come out and have fun.
Yes.
Tell them the dates.
Saturday, June 14th.
June 14th.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. All right.
And this was just a taste of it.
Just
We've got
a
a lot
taste.
more to come.
Yeah.
Six more people.
This has been fun. You got that look. You looking at me. You got that look in your eye.
I got that look like I'm just so amazed. It's just so nice to be you sitting here with me. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm so glad to be next to somebody from South Kakalaki, like I said at the beginning. Down home folk,
You know what I love? The three of you are spoken word. You're spoken word and singing, but you're singing too. Dana, the three of you. Teresa.
I got to decide what I'm going to do the next time.
The competition is going to be fierce now.
Yeah.
It's a love fest, but it's going to be
It's a love fest.
It's still business.
But I'm going back to when Dana came up. He said, I'm 75 years old. I'm like, I thought I was doing something at 62. He stole my thunder. It's because I was going to say, so be encouraged. If you got a dream,
Yes.
and you've been sitting on this dream since your teens or your 20s or your 30s, it's never too late.
No.
Just look at me, 62. Look at Dana at 75.
I'm 70.
You 70.
And John, how old are you, John?
John Pearl.
He's 66.
John Pearl,
So it's not
66.
about age at
Right,
all, is
right,
it?
right.
No, I ain't got nothing to do
Matter of
with that.
fact, age may have an advantage. You have experiences.
Yeah.
You have wisdom.
More seasoned.
Yeah. So only if
So
I.
Grace, don't get nervous. Yeah. Older folk.
No.
Remember, 2 9-year-olds won.
But a shout out. I'd give a shout out to Grace because she's doing it. I wish I had that. That application at that age to do what she's doing. So shout out to you, Grace. Keep doing what you're doing. We're cheering and rooting for you. I wasted a lot of time, but she's not wasting time.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
teasing you.
She's tapped onto her purpose early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, keep talking about you.
Yeah. Dana's over there. He's got his hands up. He's going to say something. In June, he says.
I will have in my pocket my 5th college degree, a master's in business administration, Central Connecticut State University.
Repeat what he said just in case they don't hear him.
In June. You know what? Come over here. Come over here.
It's the improv. Come on.
Come on over here. Just step.
Teresa, you don't mind.
If you don't mind, just say it.
I'm not the director.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what did you want me to say?
What you just said to me. In June.
I said in June, I will have a master's degree, my 5th degree in business administration from Central Connecticut State University.
All right. So that speaks to the age. It's never too late, is what we're saying.
It's just a number.
Age is just a number, so keep doing what you're doing. This has been great.
Yes, it has.
South Kakalaki.
This has been
Yeah.
great. Well, anything else anybody want to? Oh, I got to talk about myself, huh?
Yeah. You're a contestant.
They got to know you're part of this
Oh, I
too.
don't need a mic.
You don't need a mic.
I don't need a mic.
I'm going to sit next to you and listen.
I remember the time a long time ago. The only job I could get was washing other folk clothes. We've come a long way. I thank the Lord. Yes, I remember the time when I would watch TV. I didn't see nobody else that looked like me except a slave, a maid, or a tall, skinny butler. Yes, I remember the time that if I needed a ride, had to get on the back of the bus, or they would skin my hide. We've come a long way. I thank the Lord. As I stood in the voting line on Super Tuesday, waiting to vote for Mr. Barack Hussein Obama, it brought tears to my eyes as I thought of the lives that were lost, both black and white, that I might have the right to stand in this line. The lady gave me my voting paper. I filled in my little dot, placed my paper in the slot. I had no fear when I left there that I'd be beaten or shot. You know, back in the day, there were signs and lines all over the place, even at the water fountains. White streak here, black streak there. Don't mix it up, gal, don't you dare. And if that black person fell in love with that white person, you better not tell nobody if you want to stay alive. And black mommies and daddies taught their little black children, when you're speaking to the white man, stare at the ground. Don't look him in his eyes, because you don't want to die. And then my people got to the place when they said, we have had enough. And they began to fight for their rights and the rights of their children and grandchildren. But oh, who can forget Dr. Martin Luther King? He had a dream he was willing to die for. A dream that we would not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. But can you believe 50 plus years we still march to prove that black lives do matter? We've come a long way, but we still got a long way to go. I remember the time a long time ago, the only job I could get was washing other folk clothes. We've come a long way. I thank the Lord.
Wow, what a message. Let's hear it for Teresa. Awesome job, Teresa. That was amazing. Was she amazing?
I've been singing a long time, been writing a long time. I wrote a lot for corporate. I used to write songs about diversity, teamwork, and all of this. But if I could tell a quick story, I used to love to write, and when I write stuff, like I said, it was about the company and about teamwork and all that. And so one time, our company was at the AquaTurf, and they had the Whiffenpoofs singing a song. And I said, man, I bet I could write a song for the company, the bank. I don't want to say what bank it was. Okay. I could write a song for the company, and I bet it would be great for the employees to sing it at the next event. And so I was so excited after the program. I went to the lady who was the head of having the Whiffenpoofs there. I said, I have an idea. Why don't we sing an original song? And, the lady looks at me. She's talking to some people. She looks at me, turns around, and totally ignores me.
Wow.
But look at how the Father can connect things. I was volunteering one time downtown at this church because they were feeding the hungry or whatever, so I was volunteering, cleaning and all like that. I went into their chapel, and I was playing their piano and singing the song I had wrote that I was trying to tell the lady about. Wow. I get to work on Monday. I got a message on my phone and said, if you were the one that was in the chapel singing, give us a call. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble because I shouldn't have been in there. So I called the lady back at the company, called the lady. I said, I am so sorry. I know I should have gone in the chapel. She said, no. She said, we heard you singing the song. We loved it.
Wow.
Can you meet us downtown on the following week or whatever? I go downtown. There is the president of the bank.
Wow.
And all the other people. The lady was nowhere to be seen. They put me on the committee for the next big event at the AquaTurf. Therefore, we started a bank choir. We had a choir, we traveled, and they all sang the songs that I wrote.
Wow.
See, that was destined to happen, right?
That's what I'm talking about. It's just like the connection with me and Miss Robina, that my son saw her in a restaurant and said she reminded me of me. And then she gave me her card. And that's how it got connected. And
next thing you know, you're at Hartford's Got Talent.
No coincidence.
And meeting Joe again, right?
Exactly. No coincidence.
No such thing as a coincidence.
So this has been, this experience for me has been unbelievable because, like I said, Joe, Miss Robina, all of the team made everybody feel so comfortable. It's just like you could just feel the love. Even the young man that came to the house to do some filming or something of me, he was just so personable, and I just felt so good. So even if you didn't win anything, you still just felt good about it, and that's what I love about the team. The young man, what is his name, Kevin? That
artistic director.
Yeah, the artistic. Everybody just made you feel good, and you got me kind of laughing when you said, even if I'm not a contestant, I would volunteer to do something only because I love what you guys are doing. I think it's wonderful, and it doesn't matter the age, to seeing all of the ages and stuff. And when one young man had won and he came in the back, we was hugging, and I was like, oh, it was just like a family. Yeah. So I really, 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 and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, appreciate what you guys are doing for the community. I love it, and just to be a part of it, it's just like a dream come true.
Yep. And what's cool now, you guys go to the next phase, which we do provide some artistic training for singers. We have someone who's connected with Broadway. Kevin Rams, our artistic director, is a 5-time Tony Award-winning producer, director. And then there's a lot of fun stuff too. We have a comic page that comes out, so you guys are all going to have your own little caricatures in a comic book that we use for marketing. Yeah. And then Paige does her thing with social media. So it's really a journey, and you're part of the booking agency. Folks will see your clips and they'll book you to do different things.
Nice. I'd like to say a final thing, because quietly I've been sitting here convicted in my spirit. When Joe said, tell us about your dad. Didn't your dad sing? I didn't know he was going to say that. And you sharing as well. So I'm like sitting here because I've been holding back. And I told you my dad was a singer. He cut a record on Atlantic Records in 1971, and he was a multi-sport athlete, track and football. And he passed at 51 years of age because he was a heroin addict. He couldn't shake the heroin. And so my dad was a cautionary tale because back in the 80s and 90s, I was a drug addict for about 12 years, from 85 to 97. I wasn't a heroin addict, but I was a crack addict, and I was in and out of incarceration, but I felt the claw of death around me, like I was going to end up like my dad with all this gift and talent, and I'm at death's door. But while I was incarcerated, I got saved. I did receive Christ as my Lord and Savior, start reading His Word, and totally transformed my life. So this 12-year crack addict now has 22 years clean by the mercy and grace and the power of God. Amen. And so I felt that if I made it out of my 50s, because my mom and dad died in their 50s, early 50s, and so that was always here. So I said, if I made it out of my 50s, it was nothing but by the mercy and grace in the hand of God. And here I am at 62, with Hartford's Got Talent, glorifying God with my gifts and talents. And I just want to say that I'm Jerry Williams, and I approve this message.
But also what you do in First Cathedral, too.
Yeah, I'm in the drama ministry at church. She's making me say, tell her what you do at church. I'm in the drama ministry.
Wonderful testimony.
Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. And when he said, tell them about your dad, and you were sharing about it's nothing but the Father, I was like, oh, Lord, I got to. Else I would have drove home today from this show all messed up in my spirit because I held back. But so I just wanted to leave with that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know how much time we got, but I want to thank the Win TV staff
Yes.
for letting us come on and kind of like change things around than the way we do it normally. And they have been Jenny, who's the station manager, and Jamil and Howard. They are a wonderful set of people, and I just want to give a shout out to them for their patience and for being so big in the community,
Yes.
doing so, the Shad Derby, all of the stuff that they do. So I want to do a shout out to them. And is there anything else anybody would like to say before
Again, come out Saturday, June 14th, 6 o'clock at the Bushnell. Tickets will be on sale soon.
It's showcasing talent and connecting community because Hartford's got talent.
Is that your voice to be saying that?
On the radio, 104.9 FM WIHS.
Oh, okay. So I would like to thank Joe, Miss Robina, and every single person that came on today. Again, I thank the staff, and I just thank people who've been watching diversity in the community since 2008. I really appreciate you. This has been an honor to be a part of this, and I just thank you, and hopefully you'll come out to Hartford's Got Talent, and hopefully when our YouTube video comes out, that you will watch it, and have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Woo!